Indivisible, we rise.
that they may be one.
Now, before we get too excited, I suppose we ought to take a closer look at Jesus' prayer. Jesus is praying to God. I have made you known to them, and will continue to make you known in order that the love you have for me may be in them and that I myself may be in them. Jesus is praying for us to be in union with Him, not with everyone on earth. Jesus is praying specifically for God's love to be in us as it is in Him. Jesus is praying for a divine moral unity, a unity grounded in holy relationship, divine truth, justice, and love. Why? Look at verse 21. So that the world may believe that Jesus, the one who fed the hungry, defended the vulnerable, liberated the oppressed, and challenged systems of injustice, was indeed sent by God. The church is to be a witness for Jesus. But, when the church is divided, that witness is diluted. When evangelicals wrap Jesus in the American flag but support policies that ignore the cries of the poor, the witness is diluted. When pastors stay silent on racism, homophobia, transphobia, and xenophobia, just to keep the tithes rolling in, the witness is diluted. Jesus is saying the moral authority of the church is tied to the moral unity of the people. Now, if we are going to talk about unity in these divisive times, we need to name a prophetic truth. Fascism is not just a political ideology. It's a spiritual disease. And its first move is always the same: divide the people. Fascism doesn't need a majority. It just needs a divided public. It's what William Barber has been preaching for 20 years. It tells white workers to blame black ones for their poverty. It tells rural communities that immigrants are the enemy. It tells churches to obsess over private piety while ignoring public suffering. It stokes fear, fuels scapegoating, and spreads lies that demonize the very people Jesus dignified. This time in our history is not a political moment. It's a moral emergency. And through his prayer, Jesus is telling us how to respond. We are to be one. William Barber preaches the need for a moral fusion coalition. A revival of Jesus-rooted unity that brings together all good people to stand up and exclaim, "We will not be divided by race. We will not be divided by religion. We will not be divided by party. And we will not be divided by fear." A moral fusion is people who love each other and their neighbors enough to fight side by side. It's communities coming together to say poverty is violence and silence is also violence. A moral fusion is pastors linking arms with priests, rabbis, and imams, speaking in a unified voice proclaiming that hate has never made any nation great, and it never will. It's houses of worship becoming sanctuaries for the afflicted, not silos for the comfortable. It's labor organizers praying with farm workers. It's black grandmothers and young white activists marching together for voting rights. That's the unity Jesus prayed for. It's the unity we are called to live into, and it's the unity the empire cannot handle. Jesus prayed that we might be one. And now it's our turn to become the answer to that prayer. Not just in what we say we believe, but in what we do, how we act, and how we vote. And oh, how the church today needs to re-examine its actions. Because if your unity doesn't do something to care for the poor, you need to know Jesus didn't pray for it. If your unity doesn't protect the vulnerable, Jesus didn't pray for it. If your unity silences truth to keep the peace, Jesus didn't pray for it. If your unity is built on avoiding conflict instead of confronting injustice, Jesus didn't pray for it. If your unity demands that the oppressed stay quiet so the privileged can stay comfortable, Jesus didn't pray for it. If your unity won't march, won't speak, won't sacrifice, then it's not the unity Jesus was talking about. The unity Jesus prayed for doesn't come cheap. It costs comfort. It costs silence. And it costs staying out of trouble. But when we are indivisible with this unity, liberty and justice can truly come for all. And the good news is, we don't have to wait for it. Jesus already prayed it. Jesus already declared it. Jesus already called it down from heaven. And the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the grave is the same Spirit calling us today to rise up together. To rise up with the poor. To rise up with the forgotten. To rise up with the queer, the trans, the disabled, the undocumented, the imprisoned. To rise up not in mere charity, but in solidarity. Now let's go and be the answer to the prayer. Go be one. Go be the witness. Go change the world. Amen.
Please subscribe for greater outreach of the channel.